Hi, and welcome to my channel, Live for Farm. Today I'm going to be discussing the PharmCAS application and give you guys tips and tricks to what you can do to improve it. And I landed an interview with all these, so I hope they help you. There are 4 sections to the application. There's personal information, academic history, supporting information, and program materials. So personal information, it's straightforward, be truthful in everything you enter. The one suggestion I do have is that you use your academic institution's email. These are graduate programs, and professionality is a really big thing. And if you put your right foot forward and use your academic email, I feel like that makes it for a better application. For the academic history, take your time with this section. It's easy to mess up depending on how much undergraduate you have or degrees. For me, I have 9 years worth of it, and so it took me a while to actually enter them all in. But order your transcripts quickly from all the schools that you've attended, send them out and send them to PharmCAS. And make sure that you call these schools. Make sure that they're on it. Make sure that your transcripts are getting sent. And then also order ones for yourself so that you can enter in the information correctly so that PharmCAS doesn't send it back to you. Supporting information. This is a really fun part of your application. And in this area is where you will be able to tailor your application to what makes you a good applicant. So for the evaluations, some schools require 3, some schools require 4. To the best of my knowledge, they all require a pharmacist. So make sure that you choose your evaluators, that you choose them in such a way that they're from different disciplines. So ask your supervisor or manager, and then gather one up from a volunteer experience that you've had, and then also from a pharmacist. Experiences, write all of these down, whether or not they have to do with pharmacy or not. Include all job shadowing, any conferences that you went to, any political work that you've done. I know for me, I helped out with a campaign, and now while that's not really related to pharmacy, it does show, that I do have diverse experience. And so make sure you look in your undergraduate and see, what have I done, to show them the experiences and knowledge and wisdom that I've gained, up until this point. License and certifications. So I feel like this one you could really take advantage of, and it could really give you some brownie points with your interviewers. Whether or not you want to work in the medical field, I know that that's hard for some students. But CNA, Certified Nursing Assistant, phlebotomy, EMT, those are really good, on the shorter end, usually like 6 months or less, certifications that you can get that can not only get you a job, but they can, expose you to the medical field at a really personal level. And a lot of these have direct patient care experience. Or you can get your CPR, AED, first aid, BLS from the Red Cross, and so that puts you ahead as an applicant. The next is your personal essay. So for this one, take your time on this, guys. Start early. It took me 8 months to write mine, and now, those whole 8 months I wasn't, just focused on my personal essay, but this is a time for you to express what you learned, not really to regurgitate what's already on your application. So don't really talk about, oh, I took this class and oh, I had this experience. Talk about why those experiences or why those classes, developed, your sense of appreciation for the medical field, or, round it out to why it makes you a good applicant for their pharmacy program. What sparked your interest, or, maybe you learned something new and, it inspired you, or, whatever. So make sure that you really utilize the personal essay to give you to give you a way to express your ideas. And the last is program materials, which typically just includes information about the school. And you want to know your deadlines. You want to have these applications in because timing is a lot of the battle. You know, if you can get your application in, some of these schools have rolling admissions. So once they're full, and that's it. So, you know, if you can get your application in early and know your deadlines, get them in before then so they can get reviewed and that you guys can get interviews and then get into the program. So, but before you even do that, the last suggestion that I strongly suggest is that once you're done with your application, take a step back from it before you actually submit it. And like 2 or 3 days later, you know, with a fresh pair of eyes, look at your application and make sure all of your dates are correct and make sure that, you know, you thoroughly explained all of your experiences. It gives you a box where you can explain your responsibilities and what you did and what you learned and, you know, really utilize those, you know, to bolster your application. And I think that's all that I have for this video. Best of luck to you guys.